You're watching Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. Check out their stuff at nedthedead.com.
Welcome to Chiller Theater. Starring Ned the Dead, Doc Moreau, featuring the Manster. Ladies and gentlemen, Ned the Dead.
Hey everybody, it's Chiller Theater in a new place, sort of new, in a new time, sort of new. It's the same old thing, however, everybody, we're happy to be on television because we were made to be on television. I'm your fat little host, Ned the Dead. With me tonight, as always, is a group of strange and unusual humans that you will enjoy, including my friend Doc Moreau, whom I'm looking at now. You can't see him, but I can. And he gives me a sense of liquidity and lower body warmth, if you know what I mean. Very, very upsetting. Now, friends, I want to say last week, of course, we enjoyed being out and about in public, grooving on real people doing real things, the Wayne Asylum and whacked out things such as that. This week, we will be enjoying some of those folks from the Wayne Asylum here in our horrible studio, and we'll be able to share more of a one-on-one, kind of more of the newsy sort of feeling that you need to have about that fabulous event. So this week's movie is The Manster, one of our favorites, a horrible story of something beginning to grow on a man that, let's just say it's something you can't shave off, pull off, squeeze out, or any of that. It's something that lives with you for a long time, if you know what I mean. It's the horrible Manster. So now, as always, we're going to go enjoy the fabulous Doc Moreau as he brings us Doc's movie lore. Roll it, Doc, or what?
Half man, half monster. Manster, although he could have been half hamster for all that matter, I suppose, was 1962's The Manster, an inspiration for director Sam Raimi. From the eyeball growing on the hero's shoulder that turns up in Raimi's Army of Darkness, to the evil influence that turns the hero into something of a ladies' man, like what happens to Peter Parker in Raimi's Spider-Man 3. Something to ponder. Star Peter Dineley was British, but actually uses an American accent in the movie, just like he did as the voice of Jeff Tracy in the 60s TV sci-fi puppet show, The Thunderbirds. When you older kids hear his voice, you may flash on his famous catchphrase, "Thunderbirds are go!" His character's wife is played by Dineley's real-life wife. So, is it just a movie, or actual marriage counseling played out for our entertainment? You decide. You gotta love the Japanese location, and with it, the Japanese mad scientist. Proof that we come in all races and nationalities. If one only has the will to advance science at all costs. It's the Manster! It's the Manster! Nedster?
Thankster, Docster. That stir was great stir. Friendster, great stir movie coming up, stir. It's the Manster. Let's roll it, Lester, if we can, sir. Thank you very much. Roll it, Lester, or what?
Someone call Mr. Hefner and tell him not to go down to the grotto.
Don't worry, the meat wagon will have come and gone by the time Hef gets up.
Did he come back?
He's down in the lab now. I locked the door. You'd better take this with you.
Whoa, suddenly seeing spots in front of my eyes.
And some nicely contoured spots at that.
I thought he'd come back. He's like an animal now. He comes back to where he was fed the last time. But he never should have gotten out in the first place. He visited a house in the village last night. It's not easy to keep a thing like that from attracting too much attention.
The same thing can be said for that dress.
I'm afraid there's only one thing to do with Kenji now. Be quiet, Emiko. I can't let you out of there. I was careless with Kenji, and look what happened. You don't understand me anymore, do you? I'm sorry, Emiko. Kenji, get back! You've changed even more, haven't you? Back, Kenji. Back! I don't suppose you understand me now any more than she does. You were my brother. You're an experiment that didn't work out.
Oh, I've often thought the same thing about you, my little friend.
Oh, that's nice. You can stop thinking about me.
I'm sorry, Kenji.
That's amazing.
What?
How they get that crappy 8th grade science fair volcano way in the background.
That is nice.
Yes?
Seems silly to ask if this is Dr. Robert Suzuki's place. It's the only place around here.
I'm afraid you can't see the doctor now.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I've come all the way from Tokyo and halfway up the mountainside in a taxi they saved from the Ark, and then by making like a mountain goat for the last few hundred yards. Where's the good doctor?
I think I know why a guy needs to see a doctor.
Why?
He's got diarrhea of the mouth.
Are you the man from World Press?
That's right. Larry Stanford, the brilliant and highly underpaid foreign correspondent. Tell you the truth, from what my boss says, I don't think there's much of a story here, but if there is, I want to get it.
Perhaps the doctor can give you a few minutes. I'll tell if you're here. Please come in.
Mr. Stanford, I'm sorry I kept you waiting. I'd forgotten about your appointment. As a matter of fact, your chief, Mr. Matthews, more or less pushed me into it over the phone. I'm not sure my work is ready for publicity yet.
Well, from what the boss said, I gather you're working on the secrets of evolution or something like that. Sounds great, but will it sell newspapers?
I'm a theoretical scientist. Most of my work is done on paper.
Have you got anything ready for publication yet, Doc?
Not yet. I can only tell you this. Look into the sky at night, and you will see a star maybe 1 billion light years away. The light that you see started from that star, even before this world existed.
That's so romantic.
That's my work, the principles of existence. But sometimes it frightens me.
Good. And maybe we got a story. One more good one before I leave Japan.
Oh? Are you leaving?
Yeah, after this assignment. This globe-trotting is getting me down. Besides, I have a wife in New York that I haven't seen for a long time. Far too long.
How old are you, Mr. Stanford?
35.
Forgive me. I ask personal questions sometimes. It's the scientist in me. I'm interested in the way people develop. The glandular type and so on. May I ask a few more questions?
Well, I'm supposed to be the interviewer, but if you want to, go ahead.
You look like a strong man. Have you ever had any major illnesses?
Well, this sounds like the Army all over again. Nothing worse than chickenpox.
And in this time you've been separated from your wife. Have you been, that is to say, have you had any other kind of companionship?
Well, I've been a good boy, if that's what you mean, Doc, but now maybe we are getting just a little personal.
I'm sorry. You want to hear about my work, don't you? All right. Could you use a little refreshment while we're talking?
As long as it's daytime size.
Scotch? Our local version of it.
I thought it tasted different. Well, Doc, what's the story?
Well, Mr. Stanford, are you familiar with the latest thinking about cosmic rays and evolution?
I know that's how the Fantastic Four got their powers. It's clobbering time!
Oh, vaguely. The rays come out of space, and every 1,000 years or so, they cause a mutation, cause some animal to give birth to a slightly different species. Is that right?
That'll do. Now you can understand what I mean when I tell you that I have a theory as to the cause of this change in species, this mutation. I believe it can be done. Not with radiation, Mr. Stanford, but chemically. I've tried a few experiments with plants and fungus.
You got any samples?
Unfortunately, nothing I can show, only theoretical records. But I don't think they make sense to you.
Well, it sounds great in scientific circles, Doc, but it's not exactly what I'd call front page stuff. Hey, you know, kind of stuffy in here.
It's the heat from the mountain. I use it sometimes for experiments. Will you excuse me, Mr. Stanford? I'll go down to the lab and bring you up some photos of my fungus experiments. They might prove interesting to you.
I'd appreciate that.
I don't know about you, but I'm really not that comfortable looking at another man's fungus. Or what?
Robert, are you sure what you're doing is absolutely right?
Right? Don't you see him? He's perfect for it. Besides, I've changed the enzyme. It's got to work this time. A physical and a psychological change. We'll keep records on every move he makes.
That's not what I mean. Do you have the right to do this to him? After all, the others were different. They volunteered.
But Tara, he's exactly the type I need. This is for science, for human knowledge. What happens to one man doesn't make any difference. You didn't seem to care for the others, Tara.
I forgot how to care about anybody a long time ago. You ought to know that.
Good. Keep it that way.
Oh, well, Doc, I'm sorry I didn't mean to be rude. I just couldn't keep my eyes open.
Oh, I feel that way myself many times up here.
Seemed to have collected myself a kink in the neck, too.
These are the pictures I thought you might be interested in.
Oh. Well, I'll take those back to Tokyo with me, if you don't mind, Doc.
Oh, by all means. How about one for the road?
That's not a bad idea. Might wake me up.
I'll be coming down to Tokyo very shortly. We must get together there. I could use a little vacation from my work.
Sure, that'd be fine.
Hey, everybody, we're back here on the old Chiller Theater. Come on in, Big Doc. Come on. Jump, my man. Jump. Look, stop. Would you big thing, stop. What is this? I know, dude. What were you working out during the period, our hiatal period? You know what I had? I actually have this big thing down here next to the side of the malenge. Well, no, it's a hiatal hernia. And we were off for a while, and I developed my notes. Stop with that. Quit with that business, would you? No, we were on hiatus, and I developed a big hiatal hernia. It was, it's so weird. It's like being on vacation. You look down, and there's suddenly more than is normally there when you look down in the morning. It's like, hello, what was that? It's almost like I became the Manster in a strange kind of lower body way. You know what I'm saying? So how are you, my friend?
I thought I'd do the Harpo thing this week.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty, as long as you're not doing the, stop that. As long as you're not doing the Zeppo or who was the quiet one? What was it? Oh, Harpo was that one, the one you're talking about, you mean. What is wrong with me? How could I not know that? Stop, do not touch anymore. Stop with the touching. All right, now, I want to, of course, we do have folks from Dwayne Asylum here tonight, correct? So your time will be limited. We're going to get your sorry butt out of here and bring in some other people who who have some stuff to offer. All right, everybody, we're going to head to Manster, and then we'll be back. And who knows, man, we got lots of friends in the studio. Or what?
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Is it true blondes have more fun? Is it true blondes have more fun?
Why not be a blonde and see?
A Lady Clairol blonde, that silky shining blonde.
A Lady Clairol blonde, that silky shining blonde.
Is it true blondes have more fun?
If I've only one life, let me live it as a blonde.
A Lady Clairol blonde, that silky shining blonde.
A Lady Clairol blonde, that silky shining blonde.
Is it true blondes have more fun?
Why not be a blonde and see? Your hairdresser will tell you a blonde's best friend is Lady Clairol.
A Lady Clairol blonde, that silky shining blonde.
Ultra Blue Lady Clairol Cream Lightener. You'll love it.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the Horrible Chiller Theater. It's the Manster, one of our favorite flicks, of course. Now, you notice if you are checking it out here, my buddy Doc Moreau not here in the booth, as you would see, not here, not gracing me with his presence. He's down there. Thank you for that. Oh, look, they're chasing. They're horrible chasing. He's downstairs playing meat frisbee. Go ahead, cue the meat frisbee. Hold on, wait 1 minute. Here we got one. Here it is. It's a new product here on the Old Chiller Theater. It's what we call meat frisbee. Here it comes. Protect the camera. Oh, now, what is that? You know, it could be much more fun than playing. Get him in here, would you guys? All right, now, we got to get down to business here for a minute. The fine folks from Dwayne Asylum are here to share with us the glory of what is Dwayne Asylum, what it's like to run the kick butt haunted house, stuff like that. Come on in, we got my friend Dirty Richard. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing all right.
All right, Richard. Look here one time together, shall we? Let's look. Could you make that noise with me? Yeah, that is nice. You know, you kind of clutched, you did a little clenching when you made that noise. Try it without clenching. You ready? That right there, my friend, is
Sorry, my prison cheeks took over.
All righty, everyone. There you are. There's what happens when you do that. Uh-oh. Look, our dry erase board. Shall we write some stuff together a little later? Want to share with me? No. Fine. All right. Hey, everybody, now. All right, so let me know a little bit, if you would, about what's going on at the Dwayne Asylum.
What's going on at Dwayne Asylum? We've got jesters, we've got ghouls and goblins, we've got people that shoot themselves, hang themselves. We've got lots of fun out there tonight, and we'll be there every night.
Your breath is decent for an ugly dude. It really is. Have you tried anything? It's very nice. Here, can I give you a shot here of the, there you go. Now, watch him. He's going to do the horrible, look at him. And he's going to barf over the side. Here you go. That's nice, I know. Now, all right, share with me for a minute about the house itself. Now, it has a history. Now, we're talking the house before the haunted house was in it. Tell me about the house history.
The house history, there was a gentleman in 1876 that hung himself in the front room. The lad is a very good friend of mine.
Yeah, I can imagine. You and he hanging out together now, I would assume?
Yes, he's just a young one. Just a young one.
All right. And, this house really does have some, this is real stuff you're talking about, right? It has some bad history.
This house has some horrible history, lots of death and decay, and beautiful sight. Love to hang out there each and every Halloween season, and love to play around in the backyard, and it's just fun.
It is. The holes in the backyard, those big, weird, 6-foot-long, holes and stuff, kind of a problem. You got to watch that. You know what I'm saying? All right, now, we're going to get into a little more as we go on in the show. We're going to get into a little more about what you...
I'm just looking at the contraceptives down there.
That's nice. It's meat frisbee. Meat frisbee.
Back where I come from, we call them a diaphragm.
That's all right. A meat diaphragm, then. I could go with that, and I think that's just fine. All right, friends, here's the deal. You're going to want to get yourself out to there. Could you whip one in here, guys? Please. What is up, man? There we go. Stop!
That
was much too close. Here's what he's referring to, everybody, and I have to agree, it does have...
I'd like to get lucky tonight.
Let's get out of here, everybody. It's Dwayne Asylum. Be there or what?
Here's the morning report for you.
Thanks.
I'm forced to agree with you, Larry. Not much to this Dr. Suzuki report. I understand he's independently wealthy, one of these wealthy crackpots.
Oh, he's not such a bad guy. He serves lousy whiskey, though. Gave me a hangover on 2 of them. As a matter of fact, he phoned up this morning, said he was coming to Tokyo. Wants to take me out on some fancy dinner or something.
Geisha party?
Who knows? Anyway, I'm just filling in time till I head for New York and Linda. This globetrotting almost broke us up.
By the way, Larry, you're going to be here a few days. I've got a report here on some smuggling going on down in Hong Kong. I wonder if you could hop a plane and go down there.
No dice, Ian. You pulled this one more story routine on me once too often. This time I'm going home. I'll tell you what you can do with that report.
What's that?
Make a paper airplane out of it and sail it out the window.
Matthews? Oh, yes. Just a moment. Larry, it's for you. New York.
Can't imagine who it might be.
Okay, I'll take it over here. And how about some privacy? Put that call through here.
Oh, darling, it's wonderful to hear your voice. What? Oh, everything's all right. I just wanted to hear you.
When are you coming home, Larry?
Just a few more days, darling. Lots of paperwork and stuff. You know how it is. After that, no more traveling. We can make a real start all over again. Huh? I love you too, darling. And how do you know you love me? I might not be the same person.
I'm sure you're the same, darling. I haven't changed either. I've been thinking about you all the time. I've had a picture of you in my mind. It's a nice picture, but it's not the same as the real thing.
Well, it won't be long now, darling. I'll be thinking of you all the time. I'm going to some kind of a party tonight. I'll pretend you're along.
Oh, well, have a good time, Larry.
And that's the Saki Sisters with their latest hit, Riki Tiki Rocket.
Larry, as they say in Japan, kanpai.
As we say in America, bottoms up. You know, Doc, I don't know which I like better. Japanese sake or Japanese geisha?
What's the difference? Plenty of both here.
No, seriously, Doc. I've never had time before to do this sort of thing. You have no idea how stuffy these political interviews and press conferences can be.
With so little time left, please, let me be your host and let me show you things you have never seen before in Japan. I've been working rather hard myself lately. Larry, I like you, and I'd like to show you more of Japan.
Doc, you got yourself a deal. Kanpai.
Bottoms up.
Hey, Doc. Tell her it's an old American custom called smooch. And tell her she smooches good.
Oh, I don't know.
Now, where I am finished yet. Tell her she smooches good. And tell her I like to give her some advanced lessons,
I don't have to tell her anything, Larry. I think she understands you very well.
Maybe, but let's find out. Hey, listen, girls. I think you're all very beautiful. Very beautiful. But I got a special thing.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
More like what the cat coughed up.
All right, Ian, I'm a week overdue in New York, and I've been like this for 3 days. Let's have the sermon and get it over with.
You know me better than that, Larry. Your wife called again.
So she called, so what?
Look, it's really none of my business, but you were supposed to be home by now.
Listen to me, Ian. I've been working very hard for a good many years, and now I'm supposed to go back and change myself to a desk in the New York office. Okay, if that's the way it's gotta be, it's gotta be. But before I go, I'm gonna do some of the things I never had a chance to do before. This guy Suzuki just came into my life in time. Well, that reminds me, I got a train to catch. She's taking me to a Hot Springs hotel.
And Linda?
You already said it, Ian. It's none of your business.
Before a bath.
Suits me.
お風呂の用意ができました。
あ、そう。どうもありがとう。The bath's ready now. Larry, you're about to experience one of my country's greatest pleasures. Hot mineral water from deep in the earth. It has wonderful effects, and sometimes strange effects.
Well, I've had hot baths before, but never in such fancy surroundings. You know, Doc, it's amazing what I never got to see and do in this country all the time I've been here. I didn't realize what fun I was missing. Still, I'll have to leave sometime.
Yes, I know. Oh, I have another surprise for you.
Oh, what's that?
Do you remember my assistant, Tara? You met her at the lab.
I remember Tara.
Yeah, I remember Tara first.
She happens to be here at the hotel. I think you'll find her especially interesting.
Why especially?
Her talent. She is, first of all, an exceptionally beautiful woman. She's been to nearly any country you can name. She's intelligent, affectionate, and, well, how shall I say it? Not unwilling to have a little adventure now and then.
Sounds too good to be true. Tell me, when do I meet this lovely mythical creature again?
Why not now?
I'm sure you two remember each other.
Well, hello again. Well, say, I guess we must have your bath here. You go ahead, we'll wait.
Why wait? I can see you're not familiar with Japanese customs, Mr. Stanford.
You mean everybody? Together? Same bath? Well.
Larry, just remember something. I promised to make a phone call to Tokyo. Very important. I wonder if you two will excuse me.
With pleasure. Well.
Follow me.
Well, now I've seen everything, or I'm about to.
There are 2 baths, Mr. Stanford. One for you and one for me.
I see. What's this, the Wall of Jericho?
We operate on the honor system here.
You mean this is the Japanese equivalent of a bundling bar?
Well, it keeps us apart, but not too far apart.
The doctor tells me these are mineral baths and good for me. Hope he's right.
How do you like it, Mr. Stanford?
My name is Larry. I think it's great. Having a wonderful time. Wish you were here.
Well, I'm not very far. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, there's not very much to tell. I've worked pretty hard all my life, and now I'm just starting to enjoy myself. How about you? Where are you from? You speak English beautifully.
I speak many languages. Is the water hot enough for you?
Yeah, plenty hot.
The real Japanese bath should be as hot as you can take it. That way you get the benefit of the minerals in the water.
Well, I seem to be getting some sort of benefit right now.
Is anything the matter, Larry?
Yeah, I've had enough. I'm getting out.
Hey, everybody, it's Chiller Theater. Come on in, Doc. Come on back, my friend. What was happening there chasing freaks around? It's kind of nice, wasn't it?
But yeah, and the meat bologna.
The
It's always
meat
nice.
frisbee.
It's a little
meat bologna,
It's
as
a little
opposed
cold
to
and damp. Though.
yeah, as opposed to non-meat bologna. Can you imagine? Like, I went to a place one time where they serving bologna, and then someone came in and said, "Do you have any vegetarian bologna?" And I'm thinking, what's the point of that? What the heck would you ever want to fashion good vegetable into bologna for? It just doesn't make any sense.
I have a suggestion.
What's
for
that?
the Duane Asylum.
What's
people.
that?
They need a big lurch guy at the door. You remember how Lurch used to say,
Oh,
"You rang"?
you rang. I
They
do
should
it.
say, "Duane."
I do.
How about that? What?
Sorry, yeah. Yeah. Oh, well. No, stop. Do not take my bologna. Do not take. Dad, look at this. Dude, you need a shave so badly. Come in here. Come in here. You need a shave so badly. I think, come into the light, my friend. Come into the light. Look, he needs a shave, but it's soft. Touch his face. It's soft, though. Look. Stop. All right, that's enough of that. Now, I got to tell one story about bologna here. One time, this is a true story. I was 17 years old. I was working in a warehouse, and I was staying at my grandma's house for whatever reason, bad, horrible things in my life. And my grandma was making me the same nasty bologna and cheese sandwich every single day for lunch. Right? Well, one day I left those bad boys in the sun a little too long, and when bologna's in the sun, it smells kind of like Highway 41 just past Kaukauna. When you hit the post, the smell of the Outagamie County landfill or whatever. That thing, to this day, I still have a bologna issue as a result of, sorry, dude, I know. It bothers, it upsets. I know that. Once again, everybody, it's Duane Asylum. You better get there because these freaks, we'd like to get them out of here if you don't mind. So get over to Duane Asylum. Check them out. Stop. He made a bologna cat. A bologna cat. Get away. Get away. It's crazy.
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Every story has its hero. Most of us don't have a chance very often to be storybook heroes. But then again, maybe the real heroes are the quiet kind. Someone who takes an admirable part in a remarkable action without any thought of glory or applause. Now, right now, all of us can be involved in a remarkable action ourselves. The volunteer fight against our country's #1 infectious killer, tuberculosis. TB is attacking Americans at the rate of 1 every 5 minutes. Every half hour, another American dies of TB. But we're in this thing. And we're fighting TB when we buy and use Christmas seals. We're in there with the doctors and research scientists who are working to find ways of stopping TB. We're helping to make chest x-rays possible for everyone. We're teaching children and grown-ups how to protect themselves from TB. And we're helping to give ex-TB patients a chance to live useful lives. In my book, anyone who's a part of this contribution to humanity is a hero, the quiet kind. Someone who's taken an admirable part in a remarkable action without thought of glory or applause. Won't you answer your Christmas seal letter today? It's your chance to be a hero. This is the letter I mean. This one. Thank you.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
All right, everybody, we're talking Duane Asylum. We're talking about horror, the apex of horror. It's Halloween. It's a place to go to get scared, to bum out, to freak out, to have fun, man. I'm telling you what, it's the horrible and upsetting Duane Asylum. Come on in here now, Mongoose. Here is another, don't worry, I know. He's thinking, Mongoose, who's he talking about? All right, your name, of course, is Chester. Is that correct? All right, Chester. What is your role at the house?
I'm a roamer.
Now, pretty much the story of your life, isn't it, dude? Oh, yeah. Yeah, now, how do you, go ahead, smell, yeah, could you smell, no, hold on. Lest you think he's smelling the set, everyone, remember that we have, of course, our meat frisbees here, and he's smelling the meat frisbee. Could you, all right, Chester, so what do you, oh, man. All right, so as a roamer, you're wandering around, you're interacting with people, is that correct? Mm-hmm. Are you talking to them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What kind of stuff are we talking about?
Whatever I want to.
And which is usually pretty strange, isn't it? You have some problems, don't you? Ha! I knew that. You know, why is it that... Now, what in your... All right. Now, in your real life, did you imagine that you would ever end up doing this?
This is my real life, Ned.
See, this is what I'm talking about right here, friends. This is why Duane Asylum is the place to go. You know, you think, oh, yeah, here are a bunch of people who, you know, work at Subway and then they put their stuff on. And no. You're freaks, aren't you? See, look, at the happiest moment of his whole day right there. I know. Here we go. Ready? All right, here we go. I'm going to teach you some stuff. And this could work. Look, here's the hair freak. Stop with the smelling. Here, come here. Would you like to enjoy a little? Oh, man. Look, he actually pierced the horror of the meat. Dude, you got some sharp little teeth there. All right, here we go. I'm going to teach you to spank. It's all good, my friend. Go ahead. No. Here we go. Here we go. Here's how this would work, friends. This is lunch party. Sorry. Sorry about that. That was probably not acceptable. Oh, thank goodness we're on late. You know what I'm saying? All right, here, I'm going to teach you how to spank the plank. You ready? Here we go. On three. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And go. That's what it's all about, everybody. It's Duane Asylum. See, this is a fresh one. It's Duane Asylum, everybody. It's the place to go for horror, for fun this Halloween season. We'll see you out there. They are freaks.
It's a great little song, a great little country. Hey, now I'm going to show you where I live. Can you mix a martini?
What is that?
That's a musical martini.
Hello, Larry.
Busted!
No! Well, this is quite a surprise.
I think I'd better go.
I think you'd better stay. We've all got some things to talk about.
Anybody mind if I fix myself a drink? You know, Ian, there's a name for a guy who'll pull a trick like this.
Ian had nothing to do with it. I dragged him here. I flew in today, Larry. I couldn't stand it any longer. Ian wouldn't tell me a thing. It wasn't hard to guess that you'd found company.
Sorry, Larry.
Yeah, sure. All right, let's not draw this one out. Let's make it front page, top banner line now. So you found out, so what?
Darling, I came here so as I could see you. So as you could see me. I don't want things to go on this way, Larry. You've got to make a choice right now. The girlfriend or me.
What we need right here is that Final Jeopardy music while Larry thinks it over.
It's not going to take that long, trust me.
Tara, I don't think we're wanted here. Let's go someplace and finish the evening.
Good night, Mr. Stanford.
Larry, I'll wait here till midnight, then I'm leaving. The choice is yours.
I made my choice.
Oh, Ian. Ian, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Fight. That's all you can do.
I want to fight Ian, but he's changed. He's so different.
There's still hope.
Look, I'll wait here till midnight. I could talk to him alone. If he's not back, I'll go to the hotel.
And then?
And then I've lost the battle. What else can I do?
You want me to stay here for a while?
No. No, please go. I've got to work this out for myself.
Good luck, Linda.
Thanks, Sid.
Hey, how about that? You know, Tara, I figured you'd live in a place like this. It fits you. It's beautiful.
Larry, why did you come with me tonight? Why did you make that choice?
I'll tell you the truth, Tara. It's you I want. I feel comfortable with you. Well, something strange has been happening to me lately. I can't explain it. You're the only one that seems to understand. Don't ever leave me.
No, Larry, not this way.
What do you mean, not this way?
When I belong to a man, no one else does. If it can't be that way, then I don't want him.
You're thinking about Linda?
Yes. She's not going to give up so easily, Larry. I know how a woman thinks. If I'm not mistaken, she's waiting for you at your apartment right now.
She said she'd leave if I didn't come back.
That won't settle it. You must go and tell her it's finished. It would be best that way.
You wait for me here?
I'll wait for you to come back. If you come back.
Go, Linda. Go home.
Harry, what's the matter? What is it? Can I help you?
Nothing's the matter. I don't need any help. I just want you to leave.
I know I shouldn't have stayed here, but I couldn't give up that easily.
Give up what? What we never had? You've been here all this time, you know. I've asked you to join me overseas more than once.
Larry, what sort of a life is that? Living in hotels, places not even on the map, picking up and moving every time there's a new war or revolution?
You married me. You knew I was a foreign correspondent.
Yes, I know, but I figured one day you could settle down.
Settle down. That's a good way to put it. Settle down like mud in a pool. Bridge on Wednesdays, cocktails Thursdays, PDA Fridays.
But you know
I can't give you this kind of stuff, Linda. Go home and find someone else.
Larry, what's happened to you?
I don't know, Linda. I just want you to let me alone, that's all. Just leave me alone. Go away.
I won't let you alone, Larry. I'm fighting for something that belongs to you and me. I don't know how it happened, but it won't last. This woman, she's got you all mixed up so you can't think straight. I don't know how it started. Maybe a weak moment.
Weak?
Maybe you...
You think I'm weak? You think I covered all those wars and revolutions because I was weak? Or maybe it's because I never put you in your place before, never slapped you down when you needed it.
Harry, what's gotten into you?
Nothing's gotten into me! I just became my real self for once, that's all. Nobody's gonna tie me down anymore. Nobody's gonna tell me what to do.
Well, good talk.
We'll pick this up again when you're not so psychotic.
如来真実義教官世音菩薩門本大25日無人菩薩即十崎天壇縁が証拠自殺世音
I heard you singing. I don't know why I came in. I was just passing by. I guess you don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe that's just as well. Makes it easier to talk. I've got to talk to someone. I've got to get it out of me. Got to get it out of me.
Hey, boy. Hey, boy. You look mighty fine in them jeans. I don't know, man. I think don't you think that I could be Mr. T? If they were to resurrect the A-team, don't you think I could be?
Let me see here.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Except, hey, boy. I can say it, though. I think I got that part down.
Your glasses would look really funky with a little mohawk, though.
Oh, I know. I think I would look... You know, I'm starting to look like an old man, dude. As far as I go, I got... So to get out... Oh! That was a horrible shot. A horrible shot to the... That was there's the solar plexus. Oh, hold on. We got lights going up. All right. There's the solar plexus and then the lunar plexus. He got one in the lunar plexus right there because that was definitely not good. That's right. It's the Wayne Asylum, everybody. It's so strange to have so many freaks around here. I mean, normally we have our usual quotient, you and me and the crew, but man, oh man.
Offense.
No, it's like, right, it's like a very disturbing group of, that one with the wolf hair on the face, very disturbing, kind of a creepy, had the quick biting action, very upsetting. All right, everybody, Manster again is our flick. What the... Stop. All right, everybody, we're going to get to go and see stuff and do stuff. And then we're coming back. We got more wackiness here on the old Chiller Theater. So let's roll it, listener. Or what?
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Say, what a pretty park. But there's no time for loafing. We're on the way to Mrs. Smith's. Here we are. It's the back door for us. We'll find her in the kitchen. What did I tell you? She's doing her dishes. Look here, Mrs. Smith. Hold on to that towel. Let those darn dishes dry by themselves. 15 minutes later. Gosh, I suppose I should have known. Look at that streaky dishpan film. In the movies, we can take film off this way. But since you haven't Hollywood technique handy, let this smart woman show you another more practical way. She uses Dreft, remarkable new suds improvement. And here's what happens when these dishes have been rinsed and allowed to dry by themselves. See? No trace of scummy dishpan film. They're sparkling clear without polishing. Now, look at those two glasses side by side. You can see the difference yourself. Ask your dealer for Dreft. Remember, you must be completely satisfied or return the box and get double your money back.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the old horrible Chiller Theater. What do you know? It kind of gets you a sort of a weird feeling today. Normally, we can do what we wish with impunity. Right now, between the freaks from the Wayne Asylum and the meat and the meat frisbees, the horrible meat frisbees, I think when you have horrible meat frisbee meat kind of athletics and people from the Dwayne Asylum, that is bad. That's a bad combination. Meat athletics and Dwayne Asylum, not good. Now,
nice to have guests, though.
Oh, it is nice. It is nice to have guests.
And nice that somebody found us.
Yeah.
Because we moved.
No, that's right. We've been floating around, as you know. Now, once again, Dwayne Asylum, it's a place to go down on Broadway there in the beautiful reclaimed Broadway neighborhood, now where all the cool people hang. If you've been to Broadway in the last 5 years, a lot different than it was in the last 50 years, friends. She's nice down there. Oh, they light the street. They got it's unbelievable. All kinds of super classy people. And then us. So it's a nice combination. You know, again, a good place to go, a great place to go for a good scare over the Halloween season. Now, we have some of the freaks. Yeah, come on in, guys. Come on in here. There we go. There, a little bit of... Let's get Wolfface in here for a minute. Let's teach him how to spank the plank, too. You ready to give it a shot? Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3. That. 1, 2, 3. That. Hey, here we go. See, it's all good, friends. Once again, it is the place to go for... That's a bad one. It's got dirt on it. Do not eat that one. Do not eat that. Oh! Friends, all right. Once again, it's the horrible Dwayne Asylum, a place for you to hang out. Now, Manster is, of course, one of our favorites, isn't it? I know. Well, here we're going to go. We're going to go experiment more with the horrible Manster. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tune in every single week, and we're going to be here, baby.
I thought you weren't coming back. You were a long time.
I told you. After Linda left, I went out for a walk.
Where did you go?
I don't know. Fix me another drink, will you? It was like a dream, sort of nightmare. Only I don't know where the dream stopped and the real thing began. I came to a temple, I remember that. Then I was walking, just walking.
Does your hand hurt? Those prayer beads, where did you get them?
I don't know, picked them up someplace. I can't remember. I have a feeling I don't want to remember. I want to forget.
That's something I can do. Help you forget.
I like everything about this place, but the music. Well, maybe I'm getting a little senile.
You're as young as you ever were, Ian, and as kind. It's sweet of you to bring me here. No, I was getting a bit lonely. It's an understatement. I was getting ready to scream.
Linda, I asked you here because I want to talk to you about Larry. What the devil's gotten into him lately?
I don't know. Maybe it's what you just said. The devil's gotten into him.
He used to be a good reporter, Linda. Oh, reliable. Now when I want him, I can hardly find him. And when I do, I can't seem to break through to him. You say hello, and he starts an argument. I've never seen anyone change so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem the same person.
What are you gonna do? You can't stay here in Tokyo forever and watch Larry go to pieces like this.
I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, Ian. But I'm sure of one thing. I still love Larry, and I'm not gonna run away. Guess I'll just have to stick around for a while and hope.
Well, I knew if I kept looking, I'd find you. All right, you found me. Now what?
My, but you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
You've got cobwebs in your soul.
Stop that. Stop that.
We've got a pretty big story to cover this morning. What's the matter with your hand? I burned it. When are you coming back to work, Larry? Seems to me I got some vacation due. Yes, you have, but you're still being carried in my books. I think I have a right to know what your plans are. Plans? Who has any plans? Ian, do me a favor. If you're not drinking, leave me alone, will you? I was about to. I've got an office to take care of, you know. But I have a suggestion. How about tonight? You and I used to go on some pretty good binges together. Not tonight.
Look, Larry, confession's good for the soul and all that. Are you sure there isn't something you'd like to tell me?
You're pressing your luck, Ian.
All right, Larry, all right. Whenever what's eating you stops eating, you've got a job waiting. But remember this, it can't wait forever. Where'd you get those?
Get what?
Those.
Oh, I don't know, picked them up somewhere.
They're Buddhist prayer beads.
You don't say.
Well, I just thought it odd you had them. They're common around here, but I've never seen you with anything like that before.
There must be a lot of things you've never seen, Ian.
Yes. The Buddhist prayer beads.
As a matter of fact, I talked to quite a few Buddhists recently. I found out one very good thing about them.
What's that?
They mind their own business.
All right, Larry.
Look at that, Tara. There's a definite cycle. That proves another theory of mine. The change doesn't come all at once. Larry Stanford right now is going through the metamorphosis. This is his old self here at the bottom of each curve. And this is his new self. Actually a different species of man at the top. But notice how the waves are rising. Before long, he'll be entirely on the top. Entirely a new being.
Robert, I don't like it.
That's your privilege. Not everyone's interested in mutation.
That's not what I mean. I don't like what I'm doing. I know you had to keep him in Tokyo, and at first I didn't care. Any emotion I ever had was killed in me a long time ago. But maybe I've just a little left, and I don't like watching it happen to him.
Are you falling in love with him, Tara?
I don't think I'm able to fall in love. You don't have any illusions about us, do you? You know where you found me. And you know what happens to me if I have to go back there. That's the only reason I stayed with you, Robert. Can I make it any clearer than that?
Look at her, Tara. Take another look at Emiko. You knew her, Tara. When she was... oh, what shall we say? When she was an ordinary woman. Not a bad-looking woman. Remember? Can you hear me, Emiko? Can you understand what I'm saying? You think I'm heartless, don't you, Tara? You like to pretend to be a woman without a soul. But these things really bother you, don't they? I think you forget that Emiko was my first human experiment. That she begged me to try the enzyme out on her. And when I wouldn't, she took it herself. And you forget that my brother Kenji volunteered after I gave him full warning.
I know all that. Is that supposed to excuse you?
I don't have to make excuses to anyone, Tara. I'm just trying to remind you of something. Your very good friend, Larry Stanford, is going to change completely. Nothing can stop that now. I might be able to separate his new self, but I'm not going to take that chance. Do you know what that means, Tara? It means when he changes, he'll be an alien thing. A species that's never walked this earth before. Do you think they'll let a thing like that live? Do you think anybody will? Think it over, Tara. Ask yourself if you can afford to fall in love with a monster like Emiko, the woman who used to be my wife.
Hey, friends, we're back on the old Horrible Chiller Theater.
the monster that used to be my wife, he said. Doesn't that speak to you?
I'll tell you what,
people, my friend?
certainly terms that I've used before, if you know what I mean.
How do you right off the bat?
Although, you know what? I mean, as I get older, I'm thinking that that's what my wife says. You know, probably says, the monster that is my husband. You know what I mean? To me, I'm not, if I take my bathroom mirror out, I think my life is going to change for the better. Because no, you know what I mean? Every time I shower and I move my manatee-like sack of body out of there, I look at that thing and I think, how sick is that? If I just, rather than get healthy, I think I'll just take the mirror out. What do you think about that? I think it's going to be a lot better.
I'm surprised the mirror hasn't left on its own.
That, friends, that's why Doc Moreau is here. It's that kind of comic genius.
Hello.
All right, now, Doc Moreau and I, of course, big fans of Dwayne Asylum, the preeminent freakish haunted house in Green Bay. Awesome place to go. We highly recommend it, folks. If you want to scare, if you want to have some fun, and who doesn't during the holiday season, baby, it's all good. So let's get ourselves to Dwayne Asylum or what?
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
This weekend, and every weekend, you can telephone coast to coast for as little as 70 cents. It all began in Boston, 1876, with Alexander Graham Bell. The first telephone, the first switchboards, the first operators. Soon telephone lines to New York, to Chicago, and westward. And from San Francisco east. Lines from east and west meet in Utah. The year, 1915. The minimum rate on a call from New York to San Francisco in 1915, $20.70. Years pass. Phone service expands, and long-distance rates drop dramatically. The minimum rate for a coast-to-coast call by 1920 was $8.25. 1927, $5.50. 1940, $3. By 1963, $1 plus tax. Now, in 1970, the minimum is 70 cents plus tax, coast to coast, on calls you dial yourself on weekends. 70 cents for a 3-minute call from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Saturday and 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday. In 1915, $20.70. In 1970, 70 cents plus tax. They said it couldn't be done.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey, everybody, we're back on the old... Here it is. It's like, you know, the sad part about Doc here, though, when he starts to grow his horrible Manster, why does it have to be a little teddy with a little nose, a little baby, a little baby? You know, in most of the movies, now, if I grew up something, and I've had a couple of growths removed, they're not cute. You know what I mean? Not something a kid would want to play with. You know what I'm saying? You know, you could go and say, hey, kid, you want to see my horrible, this thing growing out of my neck? You know, and they'd go, oh, look, it's Billy Boo, or whatever. Some horrible, yeah, see, that's not the noise that my growths make. Let me say, when you squeeze them or poke them, they make some, they make some other growths that are real, real nice. All right, now, speaking about growths, carbuncles, and the like, it's time to bring up Dwayne Asylum, everybody. That's it, just brought that to mind. Dwayne Asylum, the preeminent, awesome haunted house in Green Bay, filled with the freakish losers. Come on in, my friend. Not to call you a freakish loser. You're not a loser. You've been a very fine. Just stand there for a minute. This is what we're talking about right here. All right, humans like this. Stop that with the horrible. He's got a little. I believe he's got some little bit of infestation, if you know what I mean. Once again, I'm sorry. I know, dude. I'm sorry. I get it. I'm sorry. Just stand in there. You stand in there by yourself, and I'll talk out here. All right, everybody. It's
Shiny.
Dwayne Asylum.
Shiny.
It is. No, look at. Watch Doc Moreau try to make his life feel. Uh-oh, Doc, you're in trouble back there, my friend. You wait till Wolf Boy comes, and then you're really in a world of hurt.
Hey, Ned.
What? Yes. What would you like, sir?
Would you like to see my growth?
No, I would not like to see your growth. No. But if you want to see it, head over to Dwayne Asylum. They'll show you their growth. Put that away, man. Ah!
Come in.
Hello, Larry. I'm glad we found you in.
Any reason why you wouldn't?
Put out the sputtering fuse, will you? Are you going to ask us in?
All right, come in. You know where the drinks are.
This is my friend, Dr. Jensen, Larry. I happened to be with him tonight and asked him to come along. Hope you don't mind.
Why should I? Hi, Doc.
How do you do? Larry, I think you can guess why I want to talk to you. I think you know your behavior lately has not been exactly like your old self.
Now listen to me.
Now wait a minute. Don't blow your cork. I've got a couple of questions I mean to ask, whether they're my business or not.
All right, go ahead and ask him.
First question. Do you remember when I saw you in a bar after that old Buddhist priest was murdered? You had a string of Buddhist prayer beads with you, and you never did say why. I suppose this is far-fetched, but I couldn't help feeling there was a connection. Now tell me the truth, Larry. Did you accidentally see the murder or something like that? Did it set you off, put you in that rotten mood?
Yeah, I'll tell you the truth, Ian. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Second question. Do you realize that your behavior lately has had every aspect of a man flipping his lid?
What are you trying to say, Ian?
Larry, Dr. Jensen is a psychiatrist, the best in Tokyo. That's why I brought him. I'd like you to let him talk to you. World Press will pick up the bill.
So you're a witch doctor, eh?
Well, some people do call us that. I can see right now that your case would be most interesting. Here's my card. What about an appointment tomorrow morning, say 10 o'clock?
Get out of here, both of you. Doc, you go and rattle your bones somewhere else. I don't look after my own problems.
Now, wait.
You can get out of here. Just let me alone, that's all. Get out. Just let me alone, that's all. Just let me alone. Let me alone!
So the frightening irony here is...
He'll never be alone, not with a little friend growing on him.
Friend. Good. Not sure I'm comfortable with that hairy hand stuck in his jacket.
Well, would you be more comfortable if it were stuck in his pants?
Jacket's good.
Fine, then.
This is Dr. Jensen. Akasaka, 5, show me 132. Please send police here immediately. This is urgent.
fellas. Go on back to the office and write this up. I'll see you in about a half an hour. I'm afraid I've got a personal interest in this one, Superintendent. I knew Dr. Jensen very well.
Mr. Matthews, I'm going to ask a favor. I wish you wouldn't print this story just yet.
Not print it now. Wait a minute. Dr. Jensen was internationally known. This is news.
Mr. Matthews, there's a killer loose in Tokyo, the worst known in 30 years, and I've got to stop him. Now, so far, we've reported every murder he's committed. This time I want to throw him off guard. Perhaps he'll wonder why it wasn't reported. Perhaps he'll come back.
When you say don't print this story, you're asking quite a bit. I have responsibility to my readers, you know.
You also have one to your friend, Dr. Jensen. Believe me, Mr. Matthews, I'm determined to catch this murderer. I have to answer to my own superiors, and if I don't catch him, I'll be obliged to resign.
Well, I'll hold off for the time being. But you can't keep a thing like this quiet for long.
Tomorrow, there'll be a press conference in my office at 5 o'clock. I'll try to have something more definite for you by then.
All right. And perhaps by that time, I'll have something for you. Larry? Larry, are you here? Larry? You must be the cleaning woman. Come inside. Tell us all.
Kampai.
Bottoms up. Hey, everybody, it's the Horrible Chiller Theater, everyone. We're back with the Manster. You know what? I like to answer the door with my arm in my robe because that always scares away any of the encyclopedia salesmen and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Larry! No, I know. It's like, Larry, what are you doing in there, my friend? It's all bad. Now, boy. All right, speaking of all bad, are the crazed, freakish humans or non-subhumans or whatever they are that you'll encounter at Dwayne Asylum. Once again, friends, you're looking for a haunted house, you're looking to go out and have some fun, this is the place to do it. It's on beautiful Broadway in Green Bay. Oh, your touch is very, and I thought, wow, is my wife here? It just had a soft and sexy feel to it. In fact, it was that thing. What was that?
You know?
Get over there. Yes.
He looks just like my Paul.
Yeah.
Paul,
Yeah.
is that you?
Yeah, I think it is. There. It's family time here at the Old Chiller Theater. Once again, get yourselves out, everybody. You got to get out more. You know what I mean?
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Alka-Seltzer invents a new disease, the blahs. The blahs is kind of like the blues, only physical. It's when you're down in the dumps and you don't know a cold is working on you. It's when you're not feeling right, but you don't know what's wrong. It might be a headache on its way, a stomach ache on its way. The blahs, who needs them? You know, we wouldn't have invented a disease unless we had something to take for it. Alka-Seltzer. If Alka-Seltzer can take care of real big upsets, think of what it can do for a simple case of the blahs.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
everybody. We're back on the old Chiller Theater. Once again, we want you to spread the word. Tell your friends that Chiller Theater is in its new home. We're going to be here a while, if you know what I mean. We are very pleased with our sponsors, with Dwayne Asylum, with our friends at Van Vrides. Man, I'll tell you what, we're very, very happy to be where we are with the fine people that we've aligned ourselves with. You know, we scoured the Green Bay, Fox Cities area, and we actually found the Dwayne Asylum people and said, you know, you're the kind of people that we'd like to latch our caboose onto. You know what I mean?
Especially this time of year. Fall, football, and freaks.
That's right, freaks. That's exactly right. We believe that this show, we got to line ourselves up with freaks in order to make it to be big, to be good. Freaks! Dude, remember there's huge... Sorry, I know. Slightly different than than your tool man. Did you notice he had, I believe he had an articulated lung puller there that he was using. Quite nice. Once again, friends, it's Dwayne Asylum. It's the haunted spectacular. Hey, this place, it's so old. It has a real history of like bad, horrible things that happened in this house before they got in there. So it's got bad karma, and that's a good start when you're talking about a haunted house. You know what I'm talking about? Bad karma, good haunt, baby. That is all good, don't you think?
I like your arithmetic.
Hey, do you know what our movie is next week at all by any chance? Does anybody know?
Let me see.
What is it now?
Fury of the Wolfman.
Is that what it is? Fury of the Wolfman?
He was just here a second ago.
Oh, I know. Yeah, that's right. Well, that'll work. Oh, and here he comes again. Talk about Fury. Stop that with the double slap. All right, everybody, let's get on going, everybody. It's Dwayne Asylum. It's Chiller Theater. It's all good all the time. Or what?
Gentlemen, the killings have been at these places. Usually we get a pattern from something like this, but not this time. He seems to strike blindly, without reason.
That's a very impressive map, Superintendent. But just exactly what are you doing about these murders?
Well, we've doubled the police on duty, and every officer carries extra arms.
That's only fair.
The killer carries an extra head.
And we've deployed our men so that reinforcements are always nearby.
I'd like to know, sir, when do you expect to catch the killer?
I'm sorry, I don't know. If we could find a pattern, I might be able to estimate. But this killer, well, he doesn't even seem to be human. Any more questions, gentlemen?
Is that all you've got for us?
That's all I have right now.
Well, thanks, Superintendent. The next time you call us in, I hope you've got more of a story.
Well, Mr. Matthews, I suppose you're not satisfied either.
Superintendent, I've come to a decision. Not an easy one. But I'm thinking of your men out there and all the others who may shortly find themselves victims.
Yes?
I'm afraid I have something very important to tell you.
Yes, it does look bad. But still, you can never tell about evidence. It can be very deceiving. Hi. Soka. Well, he's killed someone else. This time one of my policemen.
Are you sure it was the same killer?
No doubt. And he got away again.
I just can't believe it was Larry.
Well, whether we're sure of it or not, Mr. Matthews, the time has come to take some precautions.
Pick up Larry?
Yes, if we can find him.
Well, he's bound to return to his apartment sooner or later. I suppose you can put a stake out on it.
I'm going to handle this personally, and I'd like you to come along.
Larry? Larry!
There he goes! Yamada, suita koi. Okanamono, starite.
What did he say?
He said, hurry. He's got a head start.
What happened?
He got away.
I think I know where he's going, to Tara's. Follow me.
Right. fortunate she wasn't here. But I wonder where she went to. He's going to try and get her.
Still looking for that pattern, Superintendent?
No, I'm afraid I'm just trusting to luck now.
Superintendent,
Yes.
when you find him, will you remember that something's happened to him? Something he can't control. I know, Larry.
Are you asking me not to shoot to kill?
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Stanford. I can't promise anything right now. Hi. Oh, wakarimasu. He's been sighted at the shipyards. Come on. There he goes! Try not to shoot! Take him alive!
Now, Linda, we better wait here.
Larry! Don't worry, he'll be okay as long as he stays ahead of the others.
Quickly, someone head him off.
That will be enough of that. Hey, everybody, we're back at the old Chiller Theater. You can take this out now if you want. It shouldn't be getting bigger and actually be able to talk and, I suppose. I wish if I was going to have a growth, I'd at least like to have it share part of my life with me. Maybe it could help me communicate. It could do some of maybe balance my checkbook or do something like that. Because when you got something that you have to be responsible for like that, you'd like to have it take a part in your life. You know what I mean? I mean, at one time I had a carbuncle that was so large that it actually did start to do some minor tasks. It started to do the laundry, stuff like that. Helped me out quite a lot. All right, friends. Now, we, of course, want to bring up the horrifying and disturbing Deweyne Asylum. It is haunted house par excellence, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Broadway, in a 3-story old gnarly house that has all this cool stuff that happened before they ever got there. So bring yourselves out, everybody. Get off your butt and rock, or what?
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Back to present ancient Chinese pantomime, just for fun of it, Jello Tonight. Back to present small Chinese type baby waiting for dessert. Chinese mother bling baby, Jello. famous Western delicacy. Poor Chinese baby. He unable to tell if this jello is strawberry, raspberry, cherry, orange, lemon, lime, apple, black raspberry, black cherry, or grape. Jello come in all 10 flavors. Poor Chinese baby. But Chinese mother bling baby, great Western invention. Spoon. Spoon was invented for eating jello. Baby find this is grape jello. Deep, dark, delicious new flavor. Chinese baby very happy. So end ancient Chinese pantomime. Is pretty good commercial, no?
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey everybody, we're back on the old Chiller Theater. Now, the first thing I want to do a little group shot with all of the freaky creatures from Duenas. Come on down here, you guys. Let's gather in, take a knee, and, gather in. They never really are. It's not like when you got freaks and zombies and goofs and stuff. They don't do stuff fast or whatever. They kind of lull in. This one here seems to, nice catch for a dude who's all... No, thank you. Thank you very much. Friends, these are just part of what you'll find at the Wayne Asylum. Now you say, oh yeah, haunted house, fine, they put on the stuff. Friends, I'll tell you what, we've spent the evening with these people. They have some serious issues. I believe that you are a problem, dude. You are a big problem.
There's something issuing from his mouth right there.
No, I believe. Don't do that at all anymore. What I'm saying, friends, is that these people are whacked. I'm saying that I believe they actually have some issues that you may need to attend to. You, the chiller viewer, you, the haunted house goer to, you, the person in the... Let's do this, guys, all of us, and point at them like this. You are the people that should be coming here. You should go to the Wayne Asylum. You should be on Broadway right now. You are strange, freakish people. All right, that's enough.
Let me tell you
no,
something.
stop now. Stop. He crossed. He crossed. I know. There was only so many before he was going to cross. I knew that, right? You crossed. I know he crossed over. We had to hold it. I thought, oh, he's going to go. Oh, we got to pull her back. Look at his face. I caught him just in time, too. All right, everybody. Tell you once again, it's the Wayne Asylum. It's Chiller Theater. We're odd, freaky friends. But this is the life we lead here, friends. It's a horrible life. It's a horrible life. Now go away and enjoy.
Well, between this and heat treatment, there's a chance. I'm not sure, but there's bound to be some sort of change.
If he comes back.
He'll be here. Kenji came back, remember? At the risk of being over-poetic, let me put it this way. He was conceived in the mountain. He'll return to the mountain.
You shouldn't have done it, Robert. You shouldn't have started the whole thing.
I suppose I'm just beginning to realize that. Still, look what I've given to science. It's all in this notebook, the whole case history, except for one detail, the formula for the enzyme. I don't want this experiment to repeat it, ever.
I don't know what your plans are, but don't destroy him. Not the way you destroyed Kenji. Promise me that.
You did fall in love with Larry Stanford, didn't you? Tara, some of us aren't meant to know love. Not as ordinary people do. I haven't had very good luck myself in that respect.
But you've got to try with Larry. You've got to try to bring him back.
I tried with Kenji, and I kept trying with Emiko, even when I knew it was hopeless. I'm afraid that was a mistake. But with this new injection and heat, lots of heat, it may work. He might separate completely, split into two human beings. But Tara, what will they be?
I'm leaving you, Robert.
You can't leave me, Tara. We've gone through this before. Do you want to go back to where I found you?
Yes, I'll go back to that if necessary.
Don't talk like a child. Haven't I treated you well? Bought you anything you wanted? What else do you want? The illusion of respectability? All right, if that's what you want, I'll marry you. That can be arranged now.
You may need this, Robert. Police department. Inspector Aida, please.
Can you understand me, Emiko? Emiko, try hard. Try this time. You used to be my wife. And before that, you were my sweetheart. Remember? We went to America. We went to the university together. We had wonderful plans, didn't we? We were going to be great scientists. Like Pierre and Marie Curie. But it didn't work out that way, did it, Emiko? I'm sorry. I don't know why. Maybe I offended the gods. Honey, I didn't used to believe in gods. Forgive me.
Did you give him my message? I see. I see. Ah! Come on. Don't be afraid. You know me. Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Well, I guess there's nothing else we can do now, except wait.
I'll wait. I'll wait as long as I have to.
It may be quite a while. I'll have to make a formal arrest when he's well enough. I have no choice.
I understand, Superintendent.
It's going to pose quite a legal problem. Who really did all these things?
It wasn't Larry. It couldn't have been Larry. It must have been something, someone else. Why did it have to happen? Why?
I don't know, Linda. He was an average sort of guy, the image of us all. How can I say this? There was good in Larry and there was evil. The evil part broke through, took hold. Call it an accident or call it a warning.
A warning?
I'm a reporter, not a mystic, Linda. But there are things beyond us, things perhaps we're not meant to understand. If what's happened has made this all clear, well then, perhaps it makes sense after all. Have faith, Linda. Have faith in the good that's still in Larry. And in all men.
Hey everybody, we're back at the old Chiller Theater, everyone. Having fun tonight with meat frisbees, horrible limp meat frisbees. Look, they sit in the lights here in the studio and they begin to have kind of a flaccidity that is very upsetting. You know what I mean? They're kind of like, it's sort of like, post-run at the gym. You know what I'm saying? This little business right here, probably not that good. Like, here it is. Here's Warren Gerds and his friend at the gym after they've worked out right here as they're walking back to their lockers. There it is right there. What do you think, everybody? You know, and then people say, now, why would he ever want to say that? I don't know why. I just don't know what happens. Things, it's very, very, it's bad.
You're watching Ned the Dead's Chiller Theater. We'll be right back.
Gaylord, you look kind of crazy, you move kind of lazy. See what he'll do. Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you.
Gaylord the pup is full of tricks. Watch. Back up, Gaylord. Atta boy. Now climb, Gaylord. Up, up. Now fetch your bone. Got it. Good boy, Gaylord.
Gaylord, you look kind of crazy, you move kind of lazy. See what he'll do. Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you.
Gaylord comes with a bone of his own. He's a wonderful toy. He's ideal.
Gaylord, when you pull his leash, he'll walkity walk with you.
Welcome back to Chiller Theater.
Hey everybody, there it was. There you have it. The Manster. That was the Manster. You know what I mean?
It was the Manster.
All right, everybody. Next week's movie, Attack of the Giant Leeches. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. A beautiful movie.
Don't you be missing it.
No, don't you. Tune in at midnight right here on NBC 26. We want to say thank you to the fine sponsors who grace Chiller Theater with their presence. Thanks to Van Vredes. Thanks to you, the television viewer, without whom we would be broadcasting to no one, which sometimes feels like we are anyway. All right, everybody. Thank you very much. See you next week.
Thanks for watching Ned the Dead and Doc Moreau. Remember to check out their stuff at nedthedead.com.